Hello everyone, and welcome to my new Flooded Valley Chimps guide with all 3 Tier 5 Mermonkeys and Brickle. Let's get started. First, we have probably the hardest part of this run, which is the starting sub placement, which it's kind of hard to find a visual indicator for, but it's around here. The edge of the range border should just touch the edge of the screen right here, and it should be pretty close to the dam, but not exactly there. And once you have the money, we're going to get a second sub mid-round near the top. Right here. You have to get that sub pretty quickly, unless this guy has a very good spot. In that case, you just beat the round without this sub, but might as well just get it anyway. So yeah, that's probably the hardest part. It only gets easier from here. Except a few mid-game rounds, but we don't talk about that. After round 10, get Brickle right over here. Just as top left as possible, and she should barely be, or the sub should just barely be in her range right here. And we're going to set her to strong as well. This is so that we get better layer skipping on her main, like her main gun right here. On round 13, we're going to get our first Mermonkey right over here, just as bottom left as possible below your sub. And then for 15, we're going to get a boat right above it. You should be able to pretty comfortably fit a boat between Brickle and the Mermonkey. If you cannot, then I would recommend just restarting. Yeah, the spot is very necessary for many upcoming rounds, because the boat will hit on both sides at pretty much all times, and it is almost completely required. On 18, get Grape Shot, and then just go for Double Shot. You should be able to get Double Shot here on 21. And then for the first camo on 24, we're just going to get Echo Sense Precision on our Mermonkey. And then just get Hot Shot. And now we're going to go for our main early game tower, which is going to be a 400 Bloontonium reactor. This guy will act as a very nice early game, sort of like a mid-game Bloon popper as well, and also shorten Brickle and our future Popseidon's cooldowns by 15%, which is pretty good. So yeah, just get intel, and then get submergent support once you can. Except I would actually recommend just keeping the sub unsubmerged until we have reactor, because reasons. Well, it'll actually use the main attack, so that's kind of the reason. For 31, just use the naval tactics to absolutely wreck the round. And you should be able to get reactor for 33, and make sure to submerge it. We're just going to leave this guy at 400 for now, but we are going to get heat-tipped in a little bit. Not quite yet, but later. Now we're just going to go for Destroyer. You should be able to get Destroyer here on 37. If you feel like using any Brickle abilities at any time, except on 38 or 39, go for it. And now we're just going to upgrade this guy to an Abyss Dweller. We're going to get our first tier 5 on this guy, which is going to be the Lord of the Abyss. get Abyss Dweller for 40, and then also just get this guy to a 420. You can leave him submerged if you'd like. So, yeah. And just naval tactics once your destroyer starts attacking, and bing bong, the Moab is gone. Now we're just going to go straight for the 502 Lord of the Abyss. So get Abyss Warrior, and then just get Echo Sense Network. And yeah, we're just going to go straight for Lord of the Abyss. Oh, yeah, just something to note, these early 50s might be subject to a little bit of RNG. You might be able to lose here, which is a bit annoying, but that's just because Abyssal Warrior is fairly inconsistent at times. Use the naval tactics on the bottom Moab on 52. And then 53 should just get taken care of pretty easily. Same thing on 54, just naval tactics when you see a Moab. Sometimes things may look pretty close like that, so you might want to delay your naval tactics just a little bit, but you should be good. Get Lord of the Abyss in the middle of 55. And now we're just going to go straight for our second Tier 5, which is going to be the Poseidon. Right over here. Lord of the Abyss will allow us to save into the early 80s to afford Poseidon. And we're just going to get this guy to a 052. Oh yeah, I actually lied just a little bit. We're not going to be going straight for the Poseidon. We're going to get heat tipped on this guy. This is mostly just to prevent some RNG on 63. So yeah, just a fairly normal purchase. Okay, here we have 63. This round can be a bit sketchy no matter what you do, and there might be a little bit of RNG on it. First wave should get taken care of pretty easily by Lord of the Abyss. It's just the second wave that seems to have the most RNG with it, so just naval tactics when you see the second wave show up. And the third wave should just get handled. You can also get Arctic Knight now, if you'd like. Here I got pretty lucky and it wasn't sketchy at all. That won't always be the case. Also, set your Arctic Knight targeting up here, because we're always going to use it to Ice Jet just the top. On 64, you can use a Mega Mine if you'd like to, but I'm pretty sure using an Ice Jet can kill you because it'll create a million Zebras. $75 is just a little bit weird. I'm not going to use an Ice Jet, but if you want to use an Ice Jet like here, go for it. Actually, wait. I said I wasn't going to use an ice jet, and then I just used an ice jet. Huh. This round will always look pretty close no matter what. It might be possible to die here. I'm not entirely certain. From my testing, I haven't, but you never know. And just Naval Tactics 76, and you'll be good. On 77, only Ice Jet after the bottom is completely dead. Use a Naval Tactics on 78 for the ceramic wave, and you'll be good. And also on the camo ceramic wave. Lord of the Abyss clutch. Okay, so 79 might look a bit sketchy at times, but there is a pretty easy workaround to this. The main workaround is to just deal with the first few BFBs as normal. That's not really the sketchy part. It's the fortified BFBs. What we want to do, just Naval Tactics. On 80, just place a Mega Mine at the top, blow up the ZOMG, and yeah, this should just win. Might look a little sketchy, but that's normal. What we're gonna do when it looks like our Lord of the Abyss is attacking from both sides, or attacking both sides at once, Naval Ice Jet, and the round is gone. Here on 82, we're just gonna use an Ice Jet off cooldown. And then Naval Tactics off cooldown as well. And you should beat it pretty comfortably. For 83, just Ice Jet, I guess. Get rid of some of the Moabs. Lord of the Abyss takes out the rest. And then on 84, same thing when Ice Jet comes off cooldown, Ice Jet and Naval, and then get Pop Poseidon once you can afford it. That was a tough save up, and from here, honestly, not too bad. Well, I've said that every time, but it's really not that bad. So now we're just going to get 10 Echo Sense stacks, so just get Echo Sense networks until you see a times 10. Ideally, all in the Lord of the Abyss's range. Technically, we could save a bit of money by discounting these guys, but I don't feel like it. Also, use your Pop Poseidon ability on 85. The funny thing about this strategy is that it doesn't actually use any land towers, which is kind of why I don't feel like discounting them. All water. These Echo Sense guys are very useful for our Lord of the Abyss, and especially our Pop Poseidon. Like, why does he have that much range? That's kind of ridiculous. You should be able to afford the last one after 87, where we're just going to use a Pop Poseidon ability. Also, for now, we're going to reset our Pop Poseidon, and actually move the targeting, like, right above it. Just right above its head. This will make it bounce just up and down, and that'll help a lot in keeping them, keeping the projectiles consistent. Once you got 10 stacks, what we're going to do is we're going to start upgrading this guy to a 205 final harmonic. Ice Jet on 88 as well, and that'll get destroyed. On round 90, just use a naval tactics, and the DDTs will get melted. You'll be able to afford your Symphonic Resonance after 91, and now we're just going to go for Final Harmonic. Use a Pop Sidon on the round 92 ZOMGs. And on 93, just naval tactics again when the DDTs show up, or slightly before that. You'll see something pretty funny that's happening. Pop Sidon is actually hitting the DDTs on the top side, like, as they spawn. It's pretty funny. On 95, when naval tactics comes up, use it, and then Pop Sidon ability right after. You could also use the Pop Sidon ability slightly earlier, but seeing this happen is kind of funny. On 95 here, just place a Mega Mine down right here. Just somewhere central. And then, after it blows up, and a few DDTs get caught by the Symphonic Resonance, Naval Ice Jet, and the round gets deleted. If your Symphonic Resonance timing is a bit off, you should be able to get away with using the Naval Pop Sidon combo a little bit earlier than I did, but not that much earlier, or you will die. On 96, just naval Pop Sidon the ZOMGs. And then get Final Harmonic on 97. We're also just going to place a Mega Mine down here. Blow up the first ZOMG. This can look a bit sketchy, but that's normal. If you want to use another Mega Mine to blow it up with just a second time, go for it. It won't hurt, because we're not going to use it on 98 at all. Once every ZOMG is grabbed by your Harmonic on the bottom side, or it stops grabbing ZOMGs, Naval Pop Sidon to delete most of the round, but keep a few Fortified BFBs at the top alive to stall back our abilities for 99. Okay, normally you stall a little bit more than that, but this should still be fine. Naval Tactics, and then Pop Sidon. For round 100, the easiest solution is actually just to buy Brickle level 20, and plop down a Mega Mine at the front for 11k damage. Wait, does 11k? I thought it was only 10k. Use a Naval Tactics when your mine is about to come up, and then just use it again to blow it up. And then Pop Sidon. Boom. With that, you should now have your Flooded Valley Black Border with all 3 Tier 5 Mermonkeys, Brickle, and absolutely no land towers placed. I hope this guide helped you out in some way. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.